This is Darren WB23 back again for another video. This one's gonna be short because I have nothing really to talk about this guy with. This one's gonna be on Darren Young and yeah, his whole Bob Backlund thing. Darren Young has always been a tough case for WWE, and this storyline simply doesn't make sense if you've been a viewer that's been watching for all these years. If you're a new viewer, maybe you might not know. If you're a casual fan, you might not notice, but we've been watching WWE even since 2012 or so, or maybe even 2014. I give it 2 years ago. The problem with this whole storyline and all that is called "Make Darren Young Great Again." The problem is, the guy, when has he ever been acclaimed as great? He started off in the Nexus. Okay, they had a whole Nexus thing where he wasn't a significant player in that. After that, he wasn't even part of that spin-off group to Corey. I think he was in a new Nexus. They dropped him after that. They saw this primetime player thing, I think in 2013, 14. With him and Taz O'Neil. It's the stereotypical black group, but Taz O'Neil made it work because of his size, intensity, his ability, and his funniness. And nobody really cared about Darren Young, to be honest. They broke up 2 or 3 times and finally won the tag championships last year. They got defeated by the New Day, and after that, they did a couple more teaming, and then yeah, they broke up again, and they had them do singles matches. So yeah, that's Darren Young's career in a nutshell. Nexus, new Nexus, then prime time players. So the Nexus, it can't be called great because it's known as the group that couldn't defeat one man in John Cena. The new Nexus was CM Punk. Sure, the promos were better, but that was kind of passable, and they made Punk look like a little girl at times. So yeah. And then you have a guy in Darren Young who floated around with superstars and stuff like that, struggling for a win. And I really thought he was going to be released by now. Let me be honest with you. I thought Darren Young would have been got released, but the dude hasn't. And he's not critically acclaimed for his ring work. Not like he can gypped your average or below average wrestler. He has the look about him. He had a pretty boy look. That's one thing he has going for him, the physique now. I know there's a lot of wrestlers been building themselves up with the physique. I guess they're trying to get that last minute push. They're all realizing that they're only 30 and already has-beens, i.e. Zack Ryder with all his working out and oil. You're trying to get that little Vince McMahon look and go on the beard and all that. I really think he's the Eric Young of WWE, except without the wrestling ability. He's the Eric Young of WWE. Darren Young, he's been getting his physique up, I guess, being next time, so realizing he needs to get his physique up. So the problem with this Make Darren Young Great Again is Bob Backlund having the second longest WWE title reign in history. It's debatable, but it's probably Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, the 4. Actually, that's a fact, never mind. The 4 champions in history with the most combined day reigns. And John Cena and Bob Backlund probably are almost tied for the longest time being the top guy. Hulk Hogan had about 7, 8 years. John Cena's had about 11. Because, well, you like it now. John Cena, he might not be the top guy anymore, but he's still in the top 2, so I count that as being the top position. And since he actually gets cheered on the reigns, he's technically still the top guy. So yeah, but anyway, he had a guy, Bob Backlund, who was known for his gimmicky stuff and being a smart aleck and outsmart his opponents and being a jerk, and with this new gimmick where he was off the raw crazy dude in the 90s. You have all that in Bob Backlund. And a lot of people say he's trash. Some people say that his gimmick was not good, but his wrestling was innovative. And the few matches I watch from him, he doesn't interest me, but then against old school wrestling, so he doesn't have a lot of hot spots, and it's more just body slam overpowering, so I have to respect what he's done. But even with Bob Backlund in his younger days, he had somewhat of physique, and he had some type of aura about him. Darren Young has never had any of that. So now you're trying to turn this literally undercard player into an important person and giving these viewers the fake perception that he actually mattered. And so I think what they're going to do with all this, since they're doing Bob Backlund, he's known for being the American dude and stuff like that. This is his presidential season. I think what we're going to have them do is Bob Backlund's going to play the, like, I watched some of the videos, Bob Backlund's going to be this left-wing Republican dude, and Darren Young's going to be the young protege as they're playing the vignettes. And I think that Rusev getting the title isn't a coincidence. I think they were going to feed him to somebody else. I truly do not think they just want Rusev to be champion just to be champion. The whole point of Rusev having the U.S. title was to defeat Cena. I I think this is a far-fetched idea, but I think Darren Young beats Rusev. I think he's going to be the man to beat Rusev. So right now, I can't see anyone else. When New Day ends, if they care about Big E, they might give him that little push. But I think Big E's going to be trapped in undercard hell for the rest of his life. Kofi Kingston, he's going to have a redundant Intercontinental Championship reign. Because that's what you like to do with Kofi. Just give him these random mid-card titles when they have nothing else to do with Kofi. I can see him putting on one of the new NXT guys. But all NXT guys, they're probably going to be wrapped in some type of storyline. Finn Balor's not going to go after the title until after this whole club stuff is over. I don't think they're going to put it back on John Cena because he did it to elevate the title. So I think John Cena's going off for that 16th time championship reign sometime in the next 2 years. So I think they're going to have him do his actually going to push Darren Young, and let me tell you why. His fact came out as the gay wrestling stuff back in 2013, I believe, and he wants somebody in the media that can represent him in that type of way. I think they're going to have Darren Young, especially with Bob Backlund. This already spells it. He's going to be the Jack Swagger of the situation. He's going to beat Rusev. They're there Titus. He's going to avenge everybody that lost Rusev. And I think they're going to do this at SummerSlam or either sometime around election season. Maybe your Hell in a Cell or your Survivor Series, maybe. I don't know. It depends if WWE sticks with this make Darren Young great again thing or do they pull back on it. Because as you see with Epico and Primo and this new repackaging Puerto Rican gimmick, they dial back on him. I don't even see him on the shows. So, I don't know for sure if we're going to go through this Darren Young idea like I think they will. Or it might just be another waste of our time, which most likely it could be. Because I really don't see them actually giving him a mid-card title. And then again, they may do this for a PR thing and a relations thing for the public. So it wouldn't surprise me if Darren Young just beats Rusev for the U.S. title. And people keep telling me that Zack Ryder's going to beat Rusev. If that happens, then my last Sheamus video wasn't enough. I'm just going to be pissed off. You're talking to a guy that doesn't even care about Rusev, but I know that he shouldn't be getting beat by Zack Ryder. Because by logic and storyline standpoint, it doesn't really make sense. I guess storyline standpoint makes sense, but you have to look at the media outlets. Like you have to be on WWE fan pages and follow Zack Ryder and stuff like that. And I liked him back when I was a kid or whatever because, you know, he stands for hope and a little kid. So I guess they're building up Zack Ryder for that. But I can't see him just giving the title to Zack Ryder. If they do, I can't say I will be surprised because, whoa. Anyway, thank you. Please like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this whole Darren Young storyline. Darren WWE 2 to 3 out.